Hello, everyone. Here we are, Robin Moser and Anna Terranova, and we are here for another day of the Tipsy Realtor. It is our Liquid Lunch Wednesday.
Exactly. Exciting times. Exciting.
Exactly. I know. My husband always laughs at me on Wednesdays. He's like, "So, show today?" And I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah. Yay.
Exactly.
And it sounds like we're going to have actually a delicious drink today.
It is. Yeah. I've actually been feeding this one to my husband for a while. So I can tell you that he's a fan, and I've already fed it to my some of my friends, the Jockey Club, and we're talking about how to jockey to be in the most attractive listing on the market, because we are getting into the spring market. We've got a lot of people coming forward wanting to list their house, and they're always worried about the competition at this time. And you want to kind of try and be that most attractive listing. And how do you do that when everyone else is throwing on at the same time?
Yes, exactly. And, we're going to talk a little bit about how current situation in the market will, what you need to know about that too.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So what we got here? We got our coupe glasses already
chilling. Absolutely.
Oh, you know what? I didn't give you a stirred steak.
So this cocktail is a stirred cocktail, not a shaken cocktail. So we have a thing here full of ice, and we're just going to put everything into there and stir. And we're actually going to make two of the cocktails at the same time, and then we're going to strain them into our chilled coupe glasses. So we're going to start with the recipe, it's a pretty simple recipe. Shockingly, the ingredients are super simple, but you'll see that this is a very tasty cocktail.
Yes, I'm excited.
Cherries.
What cherry? Right here.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Ignore me.
Got that ready.
There you go. All right, we're going to start with the maraschino cherry liqueur, and we're just doing a 1/4 of an ounce. So not a ton, just a kind of a little splash of it.
That one is tasty. I tried it. Yeah, double it. Yeah, that one is tasty. I tried it on its own. It's delicious.
And then sweet vermouth, which, is always a kind of
I have a lot of that one. Maybe I should buy a couple more ingredients, and then I'm gonna have a nice cocktail.
So I will warn you, you're gonna love this cocktail. We've drank before on this show.
I love my bourbon. Did you drink before the show?
No, I said we've drank before on this show.
Just in general.
And the ones that you do tend to like, this is going to be one of them. Yeah, I know Clint says this one is great, like with a cigar or something like that. Yeah. Like it's that kind of one. Mm-hmm. It's also, he said, a great kind of option to if you're wanting for something different than an old fashioned.
Yes. Which I also like a lot, right?
I know, and that's why I'm saying, I think you'll actually like this one, because it's a nice change to an old fashioned if you're looking for something unique and something different from what you always have.
Yeah.
I'm stirring. You need to make a stir dance.
Stir dance. Oh, I was too busy. I got my mic working. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Testing 1, testing 2, testing 1, 2.
Yeah.
You can close that drawer.
Oh, you can see. Look, there you go. I got it.
There you go. All right.
Do you want me to pour this ones out?
Pour them out. So I'm just sitting here stirring, making it nice and chilled. Yeah. We're pouring out our water and ice because of our chilled coupe glasses.
Okay, here you go.
All right. Now everything is nice and chilly.
Okay.
And we are going to pour it into our coupe glasses. And there we go.
Oh man, it makes a lot.
It is, and it is.
Maybe my coupe glass is a little bit too small.
Well, it is a lot of alcohol.
It looks like a picture. It's cute. Yeah.
Wow. It is a lot of alcohol. I think this one's like 2 3/4.
Yeah.
All alcohol.
And we got little cherries. Do you want to just throw them in, or you want to like that? Okay, awesome.
There we go.
But
I'm scared to.
All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Very full.
Yeah, very full. What am I tasting? Bourbon?
Well, you're definitely tasting the bourbon. You're tasting the cherry liqueur. And then that sweet vermouth. It tastes good, really though. Hey? I told you would really like it.
Really tasty, yeah.
That's why I said I've been feeding these to Clint.
Cherry, I love cherries.
For when I'm making him his daily cocktail, the lucky son of a gun. But when I'm making him a daily cocktail, this is one I've actually fed to him a few times.
This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And definitely, it's not as smoky as an old fashioned.
No, it's not.
and it's like, I would say it's also less sweet than old fashioned. It's because they add that sugar a little bit.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Where this is kind of like liqueurs,
Yeah.
a little bit more kind of like sweetness toned down.
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
smooth.
Mm.
And for me, even I can drink it. It's a sipper though. Like it's not
Yes,
a guzzler. It's
yeah,
definitely a sipper.
It's a long extended lunch.
Exactly. But it is a beautiful
Yeah.
cocktail. I would say it's a great after dinner cocktail,
Mhm.
right? Like a nice after dinner cocktail. If you're sitting around a campfire, it's a great campfire cocktail.
Yeah, and again, like it's strong, but it's because it's not as smoky. It's very smooth, and that sweetness is just really nice. Yeah.
And if you were making a bunch at the same time, you could do that easily. So, like if you had a bunch of friends over, you could make 4 or 5 or 6 of them at the same time.
Just make a jar.
A jar. It would make it easy. Well, we have done that. We have actually made jugs of cocktails just so people can pour them out and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
and this one, because you kind of you can, you can mix it and then bottle it and just put it on ice to keep it cold, like literally.
Yeah.
And just kind of open the bottle and refill the glasses as
Yeah.
needed. That's actually a great idea.
Yeah. Makes it really
Yeah,
easy.
that's amazing. Wow. Okay, well, I learned something new. New trick today. So
There
it's
you
great
go.
for entertaining.
So
Yeah,
now we're going to talk about jockeying to be the first
What,
position.
you are dropping the ball on
I'm
us.
not, I wasn't there yet.
All right.
Okay. So we're talking about how to jockey to be the listing in that looks the best in the upcoming spring market.
Yes.
So we've got a lot of great ideas, but I'm going to let Anna take it away.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, here we go. So in 2026, if you guys been following the market, obviously we're going to have slightly different market this year than we experienced in the last 3 years. She just wants to drink, I think.
5 years. Last 5 years.
Well, yeah, like I guess so. Oh my God, I know. Like I keep saying 3 years, but it's been longer. 5 years, yes. So, and you need to understand that all the Calgary market areas going to be very different from one to another. So, as areas around Calgary will be very different from one another. So that's one thing. So you have to understand. So what you hear sometimes on a national level or the media, or what maybe your friends said they did in one area, it not necessarily will be true to another area. So please consult with your favorite realtors.
The only
yes,
realtors.
To plan your listing, because at the end of the day, we're gonna be the one who's telling what the market is doing in your neighborhood, in your community, on your street, with your type of property. Because so yeah, multitasking this goes with the drink. Well, otherwise it's beats nonstop, right?
It's either a facial or I'm going through a hot flash.
Hot flash. That's the drink. That's the drink. Get the blood moving. So it's very important to remember, I think, in this market, listen to your professional realtor and start right with the pricing. I think the pricing is super important, how attractive your listing will be. Because if you overprice your listing in this market, doesn't matter how beautiful it is, people are going to come, they're going to look, they're going to say, well, it looks very nice, and then they're going to walk away.
So I'm going to paraphrase what she said. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
I always love when she says that. Absolutely. Love that. Secondly, preparing your house, right? Sellers will have to work a little bit harder to attract the buyers. Why would they pick your home over any other home in that community or with that particular floor plan? Because there is a homes that's similar to each other now entering the market. And we know the inventory will increase this spring. So it's going to be more competition. So you need to stand out. So preparing your home, look pretty, staging, professional staging. Our stager Trisha is working super hard now. Every listing gets her attention, and we won't do it any other way in any market, but especially in this market. When we make sure that we have high quality photos and videos now, we are branching out.
And drones
and videos, yes, to showcase the location of your property, because again, not all locations are equal, right? And we want to make sure that the buyers get to experience online as that fall in love online from the first sight, before they get even through the door, right? It's like so important right now.
So I'm going to paraphrase. You never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Oh my God. Is this how the show is going to go today? Okay, let's try the next one. What I have here. Okay, I have a smart and functional upgrades. What is important, like what important, right? So we prepare the house for the market. What upgrades I needed, right? So sometimes changing the light bulbs to the same color will be great.
Can I tell a story about that?
Okay.
So we actually have an upcoming listing, and when I did the listing presentation, all their light bulbs,
oh my God,
it was super dim, and they were different colors. And I said, could you maybe change your light bulbs? And they said, this is how our light fixtures are. So when I went back to list the house, they said, do you notice we changed the light bulbs? I noticed it right away. They're like, I had no idea our house was so dark. I'm like, yes.
Yes.
And they're like, we didn't know the light bulbs that we had in. And I'm like, that's okay. It looks so much better now. But it was cute because they had been living in that home for quite a few years and I didn't realize that all the light bulbs were these super dim, dark light bulbs. And they'd been living like that, thinking that's
how it is.
Right? And now they put in their new light bulbs and they're like, I can see my house now.
Right. And people love the sustainable energy. So if you can change things to LEDs, for example, right, that would be also great. We also try to eliminate, take away the fake plants from the house as much as possible, unless it's absolutely needed by staging. But the real plant always goes well. That's why I bring flowers to all my photo shoots. Not for me, for the house. I think it just always adds that freshness. And yes, sometimes some coat paint, sometimes changing handles in the kitchen to that's kind of like your lashes on your eyes, putting some mascara on it makes a big difference in throughout the house. So small but functional and efficient changes are great. Do you have something for that?
Paraphrase, yes. Pretty cells.
I love it. And you know what? Yes, Calgary, we still have got snow outside and it's not sexy and the grass is brown and there's no trees, no leaves on the trees, but it's coming. So depending on when you're listing, you want to make sure, so by the time your snow melts, your grass is clean. So no doggies, kitties, smoking, ashtrays.
So the story I always tell people about the animal thing is there are cultures where they believe animals inside a house is dirty and it turns them off a house. And I've even had lots of clients from other cultures that walk into a house, see an animal, and either scream and leave or just leave and refuse to come back in the house. And they're completely turned off. And don't come in. Yeah. So I completely turned off because there is an animal. Would not get in. Yeah. I was like, it's a cat, not no. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, they were just done. You know what? I have phobia of snakes. Not that I would not go in the house with the snakes. We've obviously been with a few properties, but I'll tell you, I don't enjoy it. I see it, it creeps me out. And I'm like, I gotta go. I'm curious. I'm curious like a 3-year-old. I'm like, oh, what do you got?
Yeah. Well, I have a dragon, a bearded dragon. He's old and calm and just sits there and hangs out. But it's for everybody, right? It's to each his own kind of thing. So yes. And even though pet lovers, it's smokers. Smokers don't want to buy a smoking house, which doesn't I was
non-smokers don't want to buy a smoking house either.
Definitely not. But even the pet lovers, right? They don't want to have a pet smell in the house. And the dog dishes and with food and water are not sexy. Don't put it out in the kitchen because sometimes some people come with kids and kids get in
and if they have allergies and stuff, yes. now there's other conversations to be had.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great topic again to talk to your professionals. Because when we walk through the house, we see those things, we address those things. Not every realtor is the same, so hence work with us. But if you are, listing, my God, with somebody else, please talk about I have a pet. Would somebody don't assume the person coming in.
I have kids and come up with a strategy on how to deal with kids. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but children don't understand when your house is up for sale and they don't understand how to keep a house clean.
I have a 13-year-old. You should see her bathroom. Like I had to take a plumber up there today. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, yeah.
But they
So
don't.
yeah.
So this realtors know strategies on how to sell a house with kids, on how to sell a house with pets. And then it's just a matter of working together as a team because it
Yeah.
is a teamwork thing and finding a solution to that because pets and kids are real and you have to deal with them, but you also have to sell your house too in the way that is the least
Yeah.
invasive.
And you have to remember, like, not every buyer who comes to your house with kids and pets live exactly the same way. Some people, like, I have families, like, they have 4 kids and they live like in a show home. I'm like, how do you do that? Oh, one, I can keep that clean, right? So, but you have to
I think
remember
if
the
you have someone
standards.
who lives in a house and it looks like a show home all the time and they have pets and kids, I think they're like there's something wrong with them. There's like a little
No,
psychotic.
there's nothing.
No, there is. I don't know how people do that. It's like a little
Maybe
crazy.
become a really good housekeeper. Like,
I don't know. I'm just saying that
I'm
like
just
that
saying,
is a feat.
I'm
I'm
just
like,
saying
dude,
kudos to them. But like,
it is kudos to them.
when
But
we
still,
moved to our house, I said, listen, guys, it's a house for entertaining. We live on a lake. So there's going to be no like, oh, don't scratch here and don't run there. It's going to be like wet feet from the lake everywhere, like kids was always wet. Yeah, no. It's so, but so that's why you have to remember what you're comfortable with. It doesn't mean the buyer will be comfortable with. So
can
we
I do
have,
the last one?
yes.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
I'm just saying, when we gauge you to have your house ready in a certain way, is because we're really trying to get everybody to like it.
Exactly. We're looking for the
Yeah.
masses.
Yes.
So the last one is pricing, position, and strategy. Now, all of this matters because when you list your home in a balanced market, which is what we're going to be in for the next little while, we're not going to be seeing that extreme seller's market that we saw for the last 5 years
No.
again. What we have is a balanced market. And if you're in condos, you're in a buyer's market. And if you price your house
Yes.
right on market value, and that means if you think it's going to sell for 450, list it for 450. If you price it right on market value, you have a 95% chance of selling your home. But if you just go over 5% over your value, your market value, you drop down to a 50% chance of selling your home. So this is why pricing and strategy matters so much, because that is a huge difference between 95% to 50%, which means this is why getting it right on the money is important.
Can I make a note about that?
Sure.
So here's why this is important. Okay. So if you overprice your home by 5%, majority of homes on average in Calgary closing within 3% as listing to sale.
Yeah.
So basically it's 97%. You get 97% of your 100% listed price. If you overprice by 5%, that means you have to basically negotiate 8% off.
Which most people are only actually comfortable writing an offer within 6.34% of your asking price.
I believe for our team and just Remax agents even, we have a higher ratio. We close within 2%.
Yep.
So if you overprice by 5%, but we close within 2%, you have to give up a lot. That means price reduction. You're sitting on the market, it's a price reduction, you're closing within 2% to that 3% for Calgary average. So that kind of gives you an idea. Like, as much as we love for the seller and we always work for our client to negotiate the biggest value for you, the market value is out there. That's what the buyer is willing to pay.
Yep.
And there's stats. We can show you all those statistics for your neighborhood per quarter, per like any actually year.
Well, and I think one thing to mention too is that we don't decide what market value is. We analyze the data.
Yes.
We give you the information and we make a guesstimation based on past actions, what future actions might be.
And that's including political and economic stability
100%. We look
within
at all
your
of it.
own area.
Yeah.
Because if right now the prices, let's say, stable but they high, but we know like big companies will be like doing like layoffs. We're like, okay, the consumer confidence is gonna drop. So you want to kind of stay a little bit over the herd. But if we have in projects in Alberta coming, right?
Yeah.
We expanding our database on a job front, will be very amazing for Alberta, and we're heading that way. Consumer confidence is gonna stay up. That's why we're gonna have a lot more people coming to Calgary and area and Alberta to keep that economy up
Well, and this is where the
in
risk
comparison
analysis
to national
yeah,
levels.
this is where the risk analysis comes in, and that's the things that we research and we worry about and we
Like
can't
daily,
sleep
daily,
all the time. But that is our job, is to make sure that
Yeah.
risk analysis is there. And I know for me, like when I'm talking to our clients, I'm always talking about, is time on your side or is time not on your side? And that's always an important thing to think about, because I'll be honest, from 2020 till about 2025, I said, look, time's on your side. Don't rush. As a seller, it's okay. You've got time. As a buyer, I'm sorry, you don't have time. Time is not on your side. This market is not in your favor.
Tables
Right?
turning right
Absolutely.
now, right?
But we're balanced now, which means balance means it's all fair in love and war. Which why this year, most likely, with the exception of black swan events that we can't predict, like COVID, that we're most likely going to be
that word.
I know, we're most likely going to be a very steady Eddie year. It's going to be very kind of even keel, no big surprises, no big downturns. Although I will have to say, and I know I'm not supposed to talk politics, 2 hours on the presidential address. Oh dear God, that was a long.
You listened to the whole
No.
Oh.
It was a long, that is the longest presidential address in history. I'm just saying. I want to unpack everything that he said in that, because I'm super curious where that one went. But anyways, I need to unpack that.
He had a lot to say.
He had a lot to say. So anyways, back to that. Those are the kind of things that we look at. How is this going to affect housing and all that kind of stuff? And then we're here to advise you. Is time on your side or not on your side? This year, we're hoping no surprises. We're hoping it's going to be a very boring year.
Yes, from like real estate point of view, very boring.
Exactly.
But I just want to again because we had on Monday, we ended up sitting down with our financial advisor for Calgary Real Estate Board. Economist, I'm sorry.
We call her the educated fortune teller.
Yes. Again, and like asking the questions is like, we 2 months in 2026, where are we going with this? And, even though Anne-Marie is very conservative always, I feel like you have to remember that Alberta lives in its own bubble.
Yep.
You have to really pay attention to what happens with Alberta. Not so much on national level, but what happens within our own province. Because that is, like, we've been doing it collectively for 47 years, the real estate for 47 years. And we've seen how the whole, on a national level, we might not do so well, but Alberta will be doing great.
And Alberta has a different economy than most of the other provinces. Yes. And because we have a different economy than most of the other provinces, we can thrive when other provinces fail. So stop listening to the media, because they're talking in general about Canada and they're not talking about Alberta. And Alberta, as far as Canada go, has been said to be the province to watch when it comes to real estate, which is a good thing, because that means we're going to be amazing for 2025.
For 2026.
2026, sorry.
Yeah.
We were amazing in 2025. Now we're going to be amazing in 2026.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, watch the market. So, we're not going to go much into detail. I can't remember our show. Next show.
No. We will go into detail.
Oh,
call us directly.
Yes.
We will have a direct conversation, one-on-one, based on your personal experiences and issues.
Your goals, yes.
100%. And we'll talk about them, and we'll come up with a plan. So give us a call on that.
Absolutely. We still work a lot with investors, like Calgary, Canmore. You're truly
Dead Man's Flats.
Yes. So Airbnb, short-term rentals,
also
whatever.
Crow's Nest Pass.
Yes. And again, we do a lot of Southern Alberta. Yeah. Like, we one of those like realtors that, will take care of you, because again, we have like 47 years.
Well, and we like, between the two of us, we own properties all throughout Southern Alberta, which means that we've kept an eye on a lot of those markets. You know what's weird? Here's a really weird fact. So I love studying different marketplaces in Alberta. Mm-hmm. Lethbridge and Medicine Hat have a killer short-term rental market. Killer. And it is amazing.
Like in
the university, they have actually the police college down there. They have a bunch of different things down there.
Wasn't like a firefighting training?
Yes, I know.
Or Lethbridge, I can't remember like which one.
This is a thing that's amazing. And you can buy their houses ridiculously cheap, and they rent out as a short-term rental at seriously $3,000 to $10,000 a month. It is psychotic.
Yes. Yeah, no, we might have a listing in Lethbridge coming up.
Nice.
Yeah,
But I'm just telling you, their short-term rental market, like that investment market, and then they have little to no short-term rental rules, which is also super cool.
Yeah, so if you guys interested in that kind of investment pockets, let us know because we can sit down and show you how to do it and where to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about making money, not necessarily buying properties in Calgary.
Yeah. Make your box bigger and you'll have more opportunity.
I like a big box.
I like a big box. All right. So now that Anna's gone down a deep, dark hole.
Wow. Box and the hole. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, what are we doing next week? Because hold on. Robin's gonna be away again.
No.
On a business trip.
It's a business trip. I have to go to Costa Rica. I have to meet with my lawyer and I have to open a bank account because they changed the rules
about Costa Rica buying a property. Please let us know because Robin
I have also researched Panama, Belize.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
I know I'm retiring somewhere.
Exactly. All right. Okay. Next,
I'm gonna make it cherry blossom, and what I'm talking about
is what to expect blossoming in the spring market.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit more in detail what we did not talk in detail today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And there's fun slides.
Oh.
Okay. And we even have the video of Anne-Marie too, if you want to take snippets.
Oh, okay. Well,
it'd be like having Anne-Marie here, but not here.
Oh my God, it's like virtual guest.
Exactly.
I love it.
All right.
Okay.
But like, love, and share our show. Yes. If you want to be entered,
we're doing a prize giveaway. Next week I'll be doing by myself. Maybe I'll bring somebody to like for fun.
You should.
We are giving away this smoky cocktail.
It's an electric smoker, which makes it super cool. You know who would totally be on our show and be super happy about it is you should see if Trisha's available.
Oh, okay. So you still have to ignite the chips. And then you have to push the power on.
And then it keeps it going into the cup.
Yeah, like anyway, this is a cool because I need to buy one for the girlfriend birthday, and I'm researching which one is better.
You should enter your name. Oh, you can't win.
Maybe I'll put my girlfriend's name. Maybe she can win it for her birthday. Anyway, yes, we give, and it's like comes with 6 different flavors of chips. Yes, recharging thing, and all the tools you need to make a smoky cocktail at home. So
and smoky cocktails are so much fun.
Yes, I love them.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, and how you win. So please follow Tipsy Realtors, obviously Facebook Live, anywhere on any social media platforms.
I already did all.
You already did that. So Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube. Every time you see, if you get anybody tagged or commented on our show, you get 2 entries.
And we did have someone send us a cocktail the other day who's going to get 5 entries for their cocktail recommendation.
You didn't tell me that.
It did. Ben Valet sent in a cocktail. I will say that the name of the cocktail probably cannot go on the show because it's called Slap My Ass, and I don't think that I could come up with a real estate conversation that goes with Slap My Ass.
I feel like it's a challenge.
But we do appreciate the cocktail. So please, if you have a cocktail recommendation.
We're totally gonna come up. No, we have to come up with a topic about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
It has to be play on words, obviously.
Yeah, we'll figure it. We'll figure it out. I'm not 100% sure on this.
Okay.
Although I did giggle when he sent it to me because I was like, I don't know how I'd put that into the show.
Well, let's see what kind of ingredients are those. Maybe it's like we can rename it into like PG.
All right.
Okay.
So thank you. Have a great week, and we'll see you. Well, she'll see you next Wednesday. Yes. I'll be in Costa Rica suffering at the banks and with the lawyers.
Such a hard life.